What's going on, guys? Anthony Predicts here. So today I have a new election video for you, and this will be my up-to-date prediction for President Donald Trump, and as it seems right now, the eventual Democratic nominee, Joe Biden. Wow, that sounds really weird to say. But yeah, right now Joe Biden is technically the frontrunner to be the nominee, so I thought I'd do my up-to-date prediction. But before I get into that, if this is your first time stopping by, please remember to subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. I know getting a popular channel on YouTube isn't easy, so if you could subscribe and help me out, I'd really appreciate it. I'd also really appreciate if you tap the bell icon, so whenever I post a video, you'll always get notified. Also, I really appreciate if you could leave a like on this video and leave a comment below telling me what you thought of it. Now, with that said, let's move on into my prediction itself. So we have President Trump versus Vice President Joe Biden. So, I think Joe Biden will win the West Coast, as he usually does. I think President Trump will win the state of Alaska. President Trump will win most of the typical Republican states. I am going to put Nebraska's 2nd District as untouched for now. President Trump would win throughout the South and throughout parts of the Midwest, as he would against any Democrat. Joe Biden would win Illinois, and he'll win up along the East Coast pretty handedly. He will win Maine's 1st District is safe. The rest of Maine I'll come back to. And right now, I believe that those are the states we know pretty much how they're going to go. So we know President Trump will get 125. Joe Biden will get 183. And the states I'm putting in gold now are states that I've put as either battlegrounds. They're not all toss-ups, but I'm just calling them battlegrounds. Like they could potentially be in play. So there's just a few I'll get out of the way right now. I don't see Maine's 2nd District being too in play. I'd put that in the likely column against Biden. I think Trump will win pretty big there. I think the state of Virginia, with Joe Biden being the nominee, I'd put it in the likely column for the Democrats, although I'm very close to putting it in the safe column, for being too honest, because Virginia is kind of the perfect state for someone like Joe Biden to win. Right now, the state of New Mexico, I would also put in the likely column. I know when Trump did his rally a few months ago, there was kind of the hype that, ooh, can Trump win New Mexico? New Mexico's going to be very close. I mean, we haven't really seen anything too close in a while, but if polling starts coming out showing that, then you'll never know. Maybe we'll have something on our case here, but right now, I don't really see that happening. The state of Georgia, I'm going to put Georgia in the likely column for President Trump. A few polls have come out showing good numbers for President Trump in Georgia, and I know the polls aren't really too reliable from this part out, but nevertheless, I think Georgia will go to President Trump, probably by a likely margin. I'd say it's closer to lean than to safe, if that makes sense, but probably in the likely margin. The state of Maine, I would put to Joe Biden, probably in the likely column. I'd say maybe likely or lean, but for now, I'm probably going to say likely. I think Joe Biden will be better than Hillary Clinton in the Northeast, probably, in the state of Maine. The state, where do I want to go next? The state of Texas. Texas, I'll put in the likely column as well. I was contemplating between lean and likely for Texas, but I think President Trump, I'm sorry, but Joe Biden, he's falling apart. I mean, the guy doesn't even know where he is. He can't finish a complete sentence. I mean, we'll be lucky if this guy can even say, hello, my name is Joe Biden. Like, I don't even think he can do that. So to be quite honest, I don't really see Joe Biden doing too well in this election. But nevertheless, I think it will be close and it will be competitive because this is America in the 2000s. Every election is pretty much going to be competitive now. So, state I'll go on to next, I'll go on to Colorado. Colorado, I'm stuck between putting it in the likely or the lean column. And I think Cory Gardner, will perform better than President Trump in Colorado, I'd say. But I'll put it in the... I'll put Colorado in the lean column for now. I'd put it in the same column as the Cory Gardner race, probably. Both in lean. Right now, the state of Florida, I'd put Florida in the lean column versus Joe Biden. President Trump made it his home state. He's performing very well there. Compared to the rest of the country, he has high approval ratings in Florida. I think President Trump will win the state of Florida by about 2 or 3 points, I'd say. The state of Ohio, I'd put Ohio in the likely column right now. That whole Joe Biden as working class Rust Belt appeal is just absolute BS. I'm sorry, it is. The guy can't even finish his sentence. The guy is bordering on signs of dementia. He can't do anything for working class voters. That's just not going to happen. State of Iowa, I'd put in the same boat as Ohio. Similar circumstance. Biden doesn't know where he is. He's not going to be able to fix things for working class people. He's just not. Nebraska 2nd District, I'd put in the lean column. I think it'll be very close. More African American turnout. And I believe that's Omaha where that is, and that'll definitely bode well for Joe Biden. Nevertheless, President Trump will narrowly win it in the lean column, though. So right now, Donald Trump is 235. Joe Biden is 212. Right now, I would give Joe Biden the state of Nevada in the lean column as well. I think Trump will probably perform better in Nevada than he did back in 2016. However, I feel like without winning a lot of Latino support, I feel like the support for Republicans in Nevada might be maxed out. Meaning of just the Republican voters, that 45, maybe 46% barrier is kind of hard to break in Nevada. So I don't think Joe Biden is a weak enough candidate to lose more than 48, 47% in the state of Nevada. So I think President Trump will probably narrowly lose in the state of Nevada. The state of Arizona, however, though, I do see it narrowly going to President Trump in the lean column versus Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden, more of a moderate Democrat, will perform better in Arizona than other Democrats. I think Bernie Sanders would get crushed in Arizona. However, Joe Biden would perform better. I still think President Trump holds on and wins the state of Arizona, though. The state of Minnesota, right now, I'd put Minnesota in the lean column for President Trump. I think Minnesota almost went to Trump last time. If Gary Johnson's voters and Evan McMullin went to President Trump, there's a very good chance President Trump wins the state of Minnesota. So, Minnesota will go to Joe Biden by a little bit. I'm thinking by about 2 or 3 points. Probably about the same margins, if not a little closer than last time. The state of North Carolina, I can see North Carolina getting very close to Joe Biden. However, I just don't think the turnout at the general election is there for Joe Biden. So I think President Trump will be able to win North Carolina by a narrow margin, probably about 2 or 3 points. The state of New Hampshire, I would give New Hampshire right now in the lean column to Joe Biden. He didn't do too well in the primary. And President Trump narrowly lost to Hillary Clinton in New Hampshire. But, I mean, if you can't beat Hillary Clinton, you're probably not going to beat Joe Biden in New Hampshire. I mean, it's basically going to have the same supporters, just probably a little less energized for Biden. Actually, no, I'm going to put it in the tilt column probably for now. I put New Hampshire in the tilt column for now, actually, now I think about it. But yeah, President Trump is 260, Joe Biden is 232. This is the outcome from last time, from 2016. I would put Wisconsin in President Trump's column in the lean column right now. The polling data that's out for President Trump has been good news in the state of Wisconsin. And I feel like those numbers are definitely kind of been undercounted too. So I think President Trump's support in the Rust Belt is being undershadowed right now. So I think President Trump will win the state of Wisconsin. I think right now President Trump will narrowly win the state of Pennsylvania in the tilt column, getting him to 290. And I just think Joe Biden's support in the Rust Belt really isn't as chalked up as a lot of people says it is. I just don't think it is really. However, I will give Joe Biden this. I think Joe Biden will flip the state of Michigan and put it back in the tilt column for Democrats. I think Michigan right now, I'm trying to do this prediction as of today right now, what I think will happen. Not kind of thinking what will happen, but what will happen right now at this moment. And I think President Trump will narrowly lose to Joe Biden in Michigan, probably by under 1%. So that is my up-to-date prediction of President Trump versus Joe Biden. President Trump will get about 290 electoral votes. Joe Biden will get 248 electoral votes. The states of Michigan flipping to Joe Biden, or the state, excuse me, flipping to Joe Biden, and President Trump narrowly holding on to Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, and Joe Biden narrowly holding on to New Hampshire as well. So that is my election video for Donald Trump and Joe Biden prediction. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. And again, tap the bell icon so you always get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.